Hello everyone, my name's Matthew Pollard. I'm known as the Rapid Growth Guy, and I'm also the author of a book called The Introvert's Edge. I've been working with Terry for a number of years now, and I've had a great working relationship with him. One of the things that really sung true to me when I first started working with him is that there were so many other people promising to help you get booked as a speaker, promising to show you the speaking world, but they were never actually doing it, or they were doing it so many years ago that they don't know how it really works today. The thing I really liked about Terry is that not only was he offering advice on how to get booked, he was actually booking speakers at the time, and quite successfully. So we started working together, and straight away I got advice from him saying, Matt, your collateral's not up to where it needs to be. You haven't built your platform the way it needs to get the higher level speaking fees. And we made an agreement to not move forward at that specific time until I got everything to a standard that was acceptable to the higher level bookers. I mean, the last thing I wanted to do was get a bunch of $1,000, $2,000 bookings and be flying all over the country. I mean, that would have been exhausting. Now, I was speaking for free or some small paid gigs at that time, but they were all localized to the city I was in, so I didn't mind, a little bit up the road, speak, get a bunch of clients from that, and then come back home. I mean, that was fine, but I didn't want to travel around the country for that. So Terry and I worked together for quite a substantial period of time, making sure the collateral was where it needed to be, making sure the topics were right on the money for the organizers to make it an easy booking, and also to make sure that I really portrayed the message that they needed to see to not just make me one of those speakers in the back office or the back workshop room, but to be the absolute featured keynote. Because the last thing that I wanted to do, my personal brand was actually quite large at that stage. And because of that, the last thing I wanted to do was be seen as that novice speaker, that's not really what he does. And so many people were saying, hey, do you want to pay to speak or do you want to speak for free? And I needed to get out of that world. Well, within the space of a very short time of launching my speaking business, as I said, we worked together on getting everything ready and we made the official decision to launch. We did close to $100,000, well, over $100,000 worth of speaking in the first year. And we've been able to maintain that ever since. But it came from having a dialogue with Terry about pricing on each deal, being open to not having a rigid structure, to customizing the keynotes for specific different groups, and to understand the business of getting back to people at the right time, saying the right things. Terry and I have been a team for years, and because of that, we've generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in speaking fees. And on top of that, because of the fact that I'm now getting paid to speak, and I still am able, why I don't sell from stage, able to get quite a few coaching and academy students because of my stage presentations. I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars on top of my speaking fees in coaching, consulting, further speaking recommendations, but also my own academy. So I can't recommend Terry enough. He's an absolute fantastic partner and a great resource for asking questions related to the business of speaking and getting booked. So I can't recommend his program enough. You need to be part of it if you want to be serious about the speaking industry. Sure, there's lots of places you can go to be good at the craft of speaking and to understand how to create a presentation. But if your goal is to actually make money in the speaking business, then you need to join his monthly program. Why don't you just go and get booked? Again, I can't recommend Terry enough. And I'm not getting paid for this video. I'm doing it just because Terry and I have fostered a great relationship and a great friendship over the years. And we've made a lot of money through that friendship and through his wonderful advice. So make sure you book yourself in for his program. Cheers, everyone.